Hello everybody, good afternoon and good evening. Dream big. A picture is worth 1,000 words, said Fred Barnett. Truly so, since a picture can convey the ideas, thoughts and the story in a very powerful manner. Therefore, illustration in a book reflects the heart of the book. The color, the form, the presentation bring a vibrancy to the entire book that cannot be portrayed in words. And can you imagine the illustrations being presented by children in a children's book? This is the magic of dreaming big by the children and the guiding hand of Sheetal Durve, the author and illustrator of the book. Let me take this opportunity to introduce and welcome the superstars who are the children of our book and Sheetal Durve to the Dream Big session. We also have Pratibha Nair, who is a project director of this book from EBC Kids. So let me tell a few words about Sheetal. Sheetal Durve hails from Pune in India, is an artist by passion and a teacher in her heart. Has portrayed her talent through several mediums like book writing, painting and illustrations. She has graduated in psychology and completed a master's in art, leading her to dabble in advertising briefly before settling down with her first love, that is painting. Sheetal, a mother of two, is currently based in Dubai and very active in the Dubai Art Circle. Sheetal uses the unique blend of psychology and art to drive her themes and exhibitions, interactive art and storytelling sessions. She has authored and illustrated a book for children called Dream Diaries and another one called Dream On. Harnessing the positive impact of psychology and art, she has used her knowledge to conduct therapeutic sessions for elderly people, Alzheimer patients and others, thus contributing to the society at large. Today we are going to talk about Dream Big, and we have been fortunate to have Sheetal guide the children in this book, The Bedtime Stories. The key highlight of the book is the illustrations by children for the book. Pratibha Nair. Pratibha Nair is an IT professional, author of a book, Lost in Wilderness, and the project director of the Bedtime Stories from EBC Kids. She started working with EBC Kids since May 2020 and has been instrumental in driving many programs for EBC. Prior to this, she has lived and worked in 4 countries in a career spanning a decade or more. Currently based in Singapore, she is a passionate music lover and a mother to 2 teenagers. Before we dream big, I wanted to take a step behind and ask Pratibha, what was the motivation or inspiration behind this book? Pratibha, over to you.
Thank you, Vidya. It's really a pleasure to be here on this show. And so the inspiration behind this book is from Mohanji, who is the founder of EBC Kids. So he inspired us to start EBC Kids podcast. The bedtime stories, he said, is very, very powerful in instilling ethics and values in children. As the parent and the child bond together when they listen to the bedtime stories and sleep in the night, the values are kind of sinking into the subconscious mind of the children, and they wake up in the morning feeling so motivated, energized, and things like that. So that we had started working on that project, and when Sheetal was doing some art workshops and I could see some of our children so passionate about art, I just thought that it would be wonderful if our children could illustrate the stories which they are hearing at night. That's how that idea just popped, and that's where it started.
Oh, that's very insightful. So Mohanji conceived the idea, I'm sure, and you just took it ahead Sheetal, how did you join this venture?
So, like Pratibha said, I was doing these sessions, art sessions, and a couple of reading sessions with the EBC kids. And it was then that they had launched this bedtime stories podcast. So that's how Pratibha had approached me, and I was not like very comfortable doing it in the beginning because I wasn't too sure how we would go about it. But we decided to just do it. That's how I got into this.
And what was your motivation? I mean, yes, you were doing these things before. What was your motivation to join this, do this for the EBC kids?
Right. So for the biggest motivation is to get a great platform for all these kids. And they were like, I did art for some of the kids before they joined the art session. So I knew that they were very talented kids. So the biggest motivation was, to get them onto a great platform where they can showcase their work.
Oh, so now let's shift attention to the superstars, those talented kids whom you guided for this book. So let me start with Khyati. Khyati, what was the moment you liked the most in the entire journey?
The moment I liked the most was the illustrations part, because I just could, draw whatever I want. And the story I've illustrated, I really loved that story. And having an opportunity to illustrate this book made me feel so happy. So the best part was illustrating this story.
So which story was your favorite story?
How Yati will become Honeycomb.
Oh, so what was it in the story that you liked the most?
I saw that in many stories they taught moral values with normal kids, but in this story, how the author changed the, not just a normal girl or boy, but it as like her imaginary character as a babe in the form of a girl.
Oh, that's very nice. And you like illustrating for the story, is it?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so let's ask Charvik. Charvik, do you like coloring?
Yeah,
So
I like
you-
coloring.
You like coloring?
Yes, I like coloring.
So what did you like most about this book?
Yeah, in Journey to Space, which I like the most is drawing, coloring, and sketching the NASA and characters.
Okay, so you colored and drew about NASA. So have you been there?
No,
So what was the imagination? How did you imagine NASA to be?
because I like space, so I read lots of things about space and see pictures and videos about them.
Oh, that's great, fantastic! And so you got the story which you liked the most to illustrate,
Yeah.
is it? That's
Yeah.
very good. So you are very much like the character in the story who was so keen to go to NASA and work in space.
Yeah.
So is that something? Is it a dream for you?
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good. So you have already started living your dream, right?
Yeah.
That's very nice. So now let's shift attention to Kalina. Kalina, when you did these illustrations, did you find it difficult?
Well, not really. Most of the illustrations when I was doing it, I honestly really enjoyed it.
Oh, so you could do everything that Sheetal ma'am asked you to do, or did you find something difficult?
Well, some drawings were a bit difficult for me, but after drawing and drawing, it was easy for me and I got it right.
Oh, so when it was difficult for you, did you mention to Sheetal ma'am that this is difficult?
Well, yes, I mentioned it to her and she helped me.
Oh, very good. So I'm very pleased that you guys always made it a point to explain that certain things were not easy and you needed guidance, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's very good. But did you use any techniques then when you did your illustrations?
Well, yes, I did.
Okay, so what were the techniques?
Well,
Anything
at
you can
first,
remember which you liked the most? Something which you liked the most?
yes, we first had to do like some rough sketches, like how we want our illustrations to look. And then we can draw like the final ones and then color them.
Oh, that's very good. So Dakshika, how about you? Did you enjoy those illustrations?
Yes.
Which story did you illustrate for?
Buddha and the little girl.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. And when you were doing illustrations, did you encounter any difficulties?
Yes. I found it on.
Pardon me?
Yes, I found it.
Okay, then did you talk to Sheetal ma'am about it?
Yeah.
Do you like drawing?
Yes, I like to draw.
Okay, what did you learn? What was the moral of that story that for which you did the illustration?
The moral of the story is
It's okay. But how did you enjoy coloring for that story? Because you were talking about, you were actually drawing Buddha, you were drawing so many people, then you were coloring that girl, right?
it's bit difficult, but I managed.
Oh, very nice. So did you encounter any creative blocks or anything like that while doing that painting?
Yeah, tiles and all everything.
Very nice. I think that it has come out very beautifully. I saw those, those drawings where you put all those heads together and then the girl sitting. It was looking so amazing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Did you enjoy doing it?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. So what did you like most about this project?
The fun and the experience.
You like the experience?
Yeah.
So what did you learn then from this?
I learned how to color and coloring skills.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. What about Charvik? What did you learn from this project?
Yeah, from this project I learned make storyboards like this, and this
Oh.
page 2, page 3, page 4, something like that it will go on. Is the other one, second one. Then I learned how to draw the characters.
Okay.
This small Adira, this principal, this Ali, and this Diramon, and this together. Then I turned it into a final drawing. I colored.
Oh, very nice. And which was your most favorite story in this book?
In this book, my favorite was Space Story.
Space. Oh, even you. Oh my God. So you were the one who colored also for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was your favorite story. What about the others? Which was the second most favorite story?
Second was the journey to the fate.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very good. So now let me ask your teacher, Sheetal. What was your experience working with the children?
It was a great experience actually. Like you can see, they're all so different, yet they have, so much to say and so many different qualities they have. Like when you were asking Dakshika also about the question, she's a very shy girl. She will not really say much, but she's very, very good. She knows what she's doing. She won't say it. So I learned a lot about them as well. And it was really nice. So like each one of them are very different, and by now I know how they work. I know how to work
With them. Yeah, so that was my next question. How did you leverage the art of psychology to bring out the art in the children?
Right. So I don't think I want to mention everything because then they'll know everything.
The tricks and tips. Okay.
They've all been really nice and different. I keep saying different because they all have such unique qualities, you know. And if you like, Jyoti is very bubbly and like very cheerful. She's always smiling. And Kalina is extremely talented, and I'm sure she's if she pursues this, she's really going to get in a great place. Dakshika, of course, is really a very. If you see her art and the story that she illustrated, it is really very nice. It's a very mature way of doing it, even though like she's the one who is always very quiet and shy and silent, but she knows exactly what she's doing. In fact, for the second illustration session, I'm kind of surprised with some of the thoughts and the things that she comes up with, you know. It's very mature and she knows what she's doing. Charvik, of course, here he is really immaculate with what he's doing, and he knows he's good at art, and he doesn't hesitate to ask anything. Actually, none of them initially they used to, but none of them hesitate to ask, anything. And yeah, of course, and Kalina is, like I said, she has her own distinct style even now. So it is, they all have done really well.
So how did you manage to convey your ideas and thoughts to them?
I think I tried to convey it by explaining, like each one has a different story. So I tried to explain to them what I had in mind. Plus, they themselves had a certain way that they knew that how they wanted to put their stories forward. So I think it was like a mix and match kind of a thing, because I did not want to impose my ideas on them completely. So I wanted to listen to what they had to say, and then it was at the end we had a really great result. So I think they get. We did. The ideas did come across like quite well.
So when you paint, right, yourself, or when you are getting the children to do it, did you find that it is tough? Because one is you have many kids along with you trying to do the painting, the illustrations for a book. So the theme is common, the storybook is one, and you have many people doing the illustrations for one book. So did you find it difficult to put these things together?
It was not easy. I can't say it was not difficult. It wasn't easy, but I think we managed to slot, get the time slots for even in that 1 hour. I think I gave each one, like I used to deal with each one, their questions and their difficulties. And then once I'm done with one, then I go on to the next one. Till then, the other one, does all the work that is supposed to be done, and then I see that again. So it was not easy, but it was not difficult either. We did manage, and it was fun, I think. And also it made a lot of sense because they all learned from each other's mistakes. Or if I told somebody not, that they shouldn't be doing that, or so the others already know that this is what is not to be done, or this is how it is supposed to be done. So they learn from each other.
Oh, that's good. But I think all of them are from different time zones as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a challenge that, for them more than it was for me, because some of them had to really get up early, and for some it was like right midday, lunchtime or something. So yeah, it was not easy getting all of them together. But I think the times that they really couldn't make it for the classes or the sessions, we did adjust. We did a few classes some other time, which was suitable for both of us, or they used to send me the illustrations by message by mail, and I used to explain to them about the corrections or what had to be done. So that was.
Yeah, so you have been conducting classes also on art for various students and in different places. So do you think it is that doing illustrations for a storybook is different than doing a normal painting and a normal class? So do the techniques differ?
Yeah, absolutely. With painting and illustration, they do overlap, of course, but it is a completely different thing. When you're painting, like if you're doing a painting, you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. There is no restrictions as such. But when you're doing an illustration, you're always guided. You have restrictions. You're illustrating for a story, or you're illustrating for a newspaper, you're illustrating. So there is always a guideline, you have something that you have to follow. The technical styles, that is where the painting can overlap, what kind of styles and techniques you use. But the two are completely different.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that. So how often do you do illustrations? In the sense, teach children to do illustrations? Because it must have been pretty tough, because one is doing a normal painting, and for them they have to stick to the story that they are painting for. Yes, and then they have to creatively think about what they want to message in that particular.
Absolutely. So it's not an easy thing to just get this whole thing going on paper. You might have a very clear idea in your mind, of how you want it, but then execution is a completely different part. So but I think they really executed what they wanted to show, in their minds. I think they did quite well with that.
And what about the age group? So the age, I think, is different across the children. So was your messaging, customized to tailored to each child's?
Yes, absolutely. Like even if I'm taking any kind of group session, I always personalize every. I know about the way if Charvik is doing it in a certain way and how I should convey what he should be doing, or with Dakshika or Kalina. So it always is on a very personal level and based on how they would,
receive it
and do.
Okay. So Khyati or Dakshika, one of you can answer this. Would you do a similar project once again?
Yeah, I think I'm already doing it.
Oh, you're already doing it. Fantastic. What about Dakshika?
You both are doing it.
You did already? You've done a second project already?
We both are doing it.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
She is doing the second one with me as well, Dakshika.
Okay.
And Kareena, yeah.
Okay, so that you're doing illustrations in that again? Oh, very nice. So Charvik, can you tell me what did you learn and what does the meaning of dream big mean to you?
Dream big means I always dream too much.
Very nice. I mean, everybody has to dream too much. So you all want to take tips from you. What is it that you dream so much? What is it that you dream so big?
Going to NASA and becoming a scientist and astronaut and going to space and finding new planets which have life and seeing aliens.
Wow. So was the story related to your dream?
Yes, it was related to my dream.
So was it your dream that that became a story?
Yeah.
Wow. So just imagine you dreamt of becoming going into space, and the story actually portrays how successfully that child went there. So you can actually see the roadmap for your dream, right?
Yeah, it was easy for me. I already saw the pictures, and so it was easy for me to draw and color them.
So did you share this with your friends?
Yeah, I said it.
So what was their reaction?
I did not say.
You did not share, huh? Okay, what would you like to give as a message to your friends? What would you tell them? What was it that you gained out of this?
I will tell. I created a storybook with 7 other children, and I will say that I'm so happy that my name will be published, name and photo in our book.
Very nice. And so, are you also working on another project now?
No.
You don't want to work?
I want to work, but I got classes and tests, so I will see in the future. If I get time, I will join.
So what is it that you would love to do? Would it be illustrations? Would it be writing a story? What is it that you would like to do?
Illustration.
Oh, very nice. So you picked up a lot from whatever you did in this book?
Yeah.
Very nice. What is the best moment that you encountered during this book?
The coloring, doing the scenes.
Doing the what?
Scenes.
I think the background is what he means, right, Chandni?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you choose the colors, or somebody told you to choose the colors?
I only choose.
Oh, very nice. What about you, Kalina? What did you like about this project the most?
Well, I like everything about it because I can do with other children, and I can illustrate stories, and my name will be in a book, and I can color, and that's what I like.
So what would you tell your friends about this book? What is it that is a takeaway for you from this book?
Well, I have actually already told them. I have even told it to my art teacher in school, and she said that I have done a really amazing job. And when I get a book, then when I get the book where my illustrations are, I'm going to show them.
Oh, very good. And what was, so during this entire project that you did that you worked on, what was the best moment, and which was the moment which was the most difficult?
Well, the most thing that I liked was to draw, and the most difficult was to get the drawing right and maybe to get in class on time because I had also other
And what is your dream? What do you want to do?
Well, I really like to create. Like to draw, and that's it.
Very nice. Okay, so Dakshika, what is your dream? What is your dream?
I want to be. I want to be an actor.
You want to be an actor, actress?
Wow.
Very nice.
Yes.
That's very good. So, how do you think? How do you like this book? How do you like drawing? Pardon me, artist. Okay, not actress. Sorry, I didn't hear properly. You want to be an artist?
Yes.
Okay,
Very
so I
nice.
would like to say something about Dakshika has a very beautiful voice. I keep telling her that she should, learn singing. So Yeah, that's a hidden talent. Like just like Kalina, I think Kalina also dances, and I think she sings as well. Kalina, isn't it, Kalina? Yeah. We have all multi-talented kids here.
So we have a set of a bunch of creative kids, right?
Yeah.
So Dakshika, what do you want to do? You want to be an artist? Artist can be anything. Artist can be a person who sings, a person who dances, a person who acts, a person who writes, a person who draws. So what do you want to do? You've not thought about it.
I play Veena and drawing also.
Okay, very nice. So what did you like the most about this book? So are you proud about it?
Yes.
Did you tell your friends?
I have started much too, and class teacher, she asked me, asked me to share a book. I said I haven't seen it.
Okay, very nice. So will you do another book now? Would you like to draw in another book again?
I'm doing sure.
Oh, very good. And are you doing it faster than before? See, you did one book, right? Now, when you're doing the second book, are you better than before?
Yes.
Oh, very good. I like that confidence. That's very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let me ask Khyati now. Khyati,
Yeah.
you tell me, what is your dream?
My dream is to become a marine biologist because I love salmon, so I'm still scared to dive in the ocean.
Okay, so your dream is to be a biologist,
Yeah, marine biologist.
marine biologist. Wow, you're so specific. You know exactly what you want to do. That's very impressive. Okay, so what did you like the most during the making of this book?
The most I like is working with Shikha ma'am because she always used to help me. Though at first I used to hesitate to ask, and then when I hesitated to ask, I used to get every illustration wrong because I was scared and I wasn't very good at illustrating at first. And then I found out that if I asked, I could really better. When I started asking, I became more better. So I think after joining illustrations, I lost my fear. I was very shy at first.
Very good. So you have learned a lot of things during this program.
So Khyati is one who will keep smiling, and she's always very chirpy in class. I think she is shy. She did hesitate in the beginning, but she always has a smile on her face.
So you were scared of Sheetal ma'am?
No, not like that, but I was very young at that age. I think that's what age. I don't know.
I like that. How old are you now?
I'm 9.
I can understand you have become bigger, older, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the most difficult moment during this journey?
The most difficult moment was adjusting because at that moment I had to travel, and if I was in the middle of making my final, and then when I had to travel, I needed to finish my illustration. So I had to try to finish my illustration even in the middle of traveling. So that was the hardest part, but I still was able to finish it.
So how did you manage your time?
I usually wake up in the morning with everyone sleeping, and then I'd wake up, I would do my sessions. Even on the Saturdays, I would sit and I would do it. But it was fun. I didn't feel like I was missing out anything because I just had in mind that I'd be
Very nice. So what is it that you have told your friends about the book, and what is exciting your friends about it?
I think mostly everyone is my friend. I haven't told my friends much, but I have told my teachers. I think 3 of my teachers have got the book, and they're very happy about seeing that I have illustrated for a book. They told me to keep on changing the world using illustrations.
Wow, very nice, very tall ambitions and aspirations you have. I am really proud of you. So are you also asking your friends to join this illustration class so that they can also make some change to the world?
Yeah, I have asked many.
So are they going to join?
I don't know about that. I'll see.
Okay, that's very good. And which was the most difficult moment? You said only the managing the time, you said, right? And the best moment in this whole journey?
At the end, I felt like it was the best moment because I never knew that I was working so hard. But at the end only, when I realized that I have made so many illustrations, I felt like it was the best moment to see like all of my illustrations, and like the story was just words at first. I was so happy to see that a simple story I had illustrated, and it had a much bigger meaning.
Wow. So have you ever thought that you can also write a story?
Yeah, I'm usually interested in stories and poems. I have a big story book that I have written. I have to see if I can, one day illustrate a story I recognize.
So do you read bedtime stories?
Yeah, I do.
And do you enjoy them?
I do enjoy them.
What is the thing about bedtime stories that you like very much?
The most thing I like is that the end and the first part, the voice is so nice and it's so clear. Even the story, every story that has been published for the bedtime stories, it looks so beautiful and it has a beautiful meaning.
Oh, so somebody reads it out for you, or you read it yourself?
I listen to it.
You listen to it. Okay, very nice. So what about you, Charvik? Do you like bedtime stories?
Yes, I like bedtime stories.
And do you enjoy reading bedtime stories? And what is it about bedtime stories that you like the most?
Yes, I enjoy reading bedtime stories. Bedtime stories which I like the most is when I read. When I read at night, it will we can dream about it and just go to sleep.
Oh, very good. So what would you like in the bedtime stories? Now you have a book already with you, right? Now you have these bedtime stories books.
No. I still don't have.
Yes, of course you will get it eventually. But then you have worked on it. You know this book is coming up. It's ready for publishing, ready for delivery, right? So what do you think would be most interesting for you in that bedtime story book besides your story, besides the space and the dream that you have?
With illustrating with my friends.
Illustrating with your friends?
Yeah.
So have you are your friends interested in illustrations? Would they be joining you? You don't know. That's okay.
With my friends in this group now.
Okay. Oh, very good. That's great. So Sheetal, I wanted to ask you, the children are so happy doing illustrations and they have really enjoyed what they have done. So what, according to you, would really motivate and people to do illustrations? One is now the bedtime stories that we have. What are the other mediums in which you think they can harness their talent and do something for the children?
They could even get them to write the stories, not just illustrate them, because I think everybody has a story to tell. Maybe just not they don't have the right words to put it in, but I think once you start writing and you are encouraged to do so, I think they can all manage that. And I can only think of art and doing art sessions and taking it forward this way.
So Pratibha, I wanted to ask you now that Dream Big is a theme that you have launched with this book. What are the future projects that you are thinking about with the same theme? And now that you have illustrators, you can call, who are so keen to illustrate, who are very excited about it, how are you going to get these creative energies together and do something which can contribute to the society?
Yeah, this Dream Big actually is something which came out of this book. We didn't really think of it when we started it. When we started to put the children's work together, we felt it was so magical. It became like a huge message for every child to say that whatever I dream of, it can be a very tall dream and it will come true. And these young children who are just, probably they just doing some drawings at home and just coloring and just, spending their time doing that, their names have come in a book, and now their story and their illustration is going to be read by children around the world. So that is the Dream Big story, which from EBC Kids, we want to give the story as a gift to every child in the world, to say that if you have an aspiration in your heart, of course every child will have that dream in their heart, nurture that dream, because that dream will surely come true if you keep nurturing it. That's actually the very uniqueness of this EBC platform. To be very frank with you, when these children, all these children whom we are talking to right now, when they joined EBC nearly about a year back, they were very shy. I mean, like any children, coming on, meeting new friends, and unless these young children are in their house, you really can't see them in their true colors. And when they came to our group and joined the EBC, they were all very shy. They would hardly talk, and they would hardly even come. Like if we had a Zoom program, nobody would even on their camera to even say a word. And these are the very same children who are posting their own programs. Actually, during Sheetal's some of her art workshops, we saw one of the things what EBC Kids is, we really observe each of the children who are participating, and we observed that Charvik was amazingly skilled in his art, and the kind of drawing which a 7-year-old child could do just zapped us. So we invited him to do his own show, and he did like a training course for all his friends on Zoom. And I mean, that's what I think, Mohanji has created this EBC platform where each of the children become a star. I mean, that's actually the main theme of our entire EBC, where we identify and we nurture the children so that everybody starts shining. And this Dream Big has come like a proof of concept for us, where one of the key themes which Mohanji gave us is to nurture inherent talent. Because the world now, everything that's bad in the world is all coming from unhappy people. And people are unhappy because they are doing something which they don't love. And in childhood, as they grew up, nobody realized that they had that talent and they could work in that talent. Everybody were boxed into classrooms, everybody were identified to be unique, to be, same, doing the same kind of exams, same kind of coming out like bricks of the wall. So now it's created a lot of unhappy people, which is now creating an unhappy world. We as EBC Kids, we want to do it a little, differently. At the earliest, find the inherent talent in the children, nurture the children so they find the spark within themselves. And what we found very unique is that once we identify the talent in the child and we just ignite it with a small spark, we can see a totally new child. And we have seen with so many children over the last 1 year. They just need a small spark and they start shining. See, I would say that for, Charvik, for Khyati, for Kalina. Kalina, from the time she joined EBC Kids, she found her inner power. And she and her mom have told us that, her life has totally changed from the time she joined EBC Kids. Even Khyati, we've seen each of these children bloom into wonderful flowers in just 1 year. And then you can imagine we really hope they carry on this into their adult life and start really shining in the world. And of course, Dream Big is a gift which we want to give. Like now, we are printing this book for all the children who are interested. We want to give this book to every child in the world. So we are doing some of this fundraiser to give this book to underprivileged children in India, in South Africa, in Philippines, in Peru. So actually we want to reach every child in the world to say that these children have done it. They had a dream. Now it's come true. All of your dreams are also going to come true. Hold on to your dreams. And that's the big, the message of this book.
Thank you so much, Pratibha. In fact, today I was amazed that I just saw one kid in my apartment who was wearing a T-shirt carrying the message, "Dream it, do it, achieve it." It was actually it was a power of synchronicity that today we were doing this show on dreaming big, and I saw one kid wearing this T-shirt with these words. So dream seems to be the catchword today, and I also wanted to ask Sheetal whether dreaming is one of her catchphrases as well, because she has Dream Diaries, Dream On, and now Dream Big. So you are working on it.
Actually, for me, it is a big thing, because I believe that if you really work towards your dreams and you nurture them and you really work hard, nothing is impossible. So you just need to have that focus, and you need to definitely have a dream, because then you're working towards it, right? If you just are like aimless and you don't know, then obviously you won't reach anywhere. But I think everybody should be dreaming big.
Yes.
And especially in a way that if your dreaming can help others in some way or the other, then I think that's what is needed of everyone today. I think everybody needs to nurture their own dreams and help others nurture theirs as well. I think that's what is needed.
That's a very, very positive thought. Yes.
Sheetal was identified as one of the most few influential,
Yes,
ladies in UAE. Sheetal, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so actually it was like a surprise for me. I didn't know that it was coming up, but my name was in one of the 50 inspiring women of the UAE, which came under the category of the literature and arts. So yeah, it was a big honor, and I'm really happy more for the fact that the recognition always makes you feel good. But I feel more inspired now and more motivated to do more things. And this was I do a lot of work for the Autism Center as well. I help the kids there, and I also do like she says, for the seniors I do art therapy, and for the Alzheimer's. So I think in your own field, it not necessarily be art, it can be anything, it can be engineering, it can be biology, a doctor or something, but in your own field, when you're dreaming, you fulfill your own dreams. But on the sidelines, if you can do something with helping others, then I think it is truly satisfying then, and that's
Yes.
how I think all of us should think not just about our own dreams, but trying to help each other and fulfilling their dreams too.
That's very well said, Sheetal, and I think you have been a big inspiration to all the children here also to dream big, to actually follow their dreams and do in their own way. And we are seeing confident individuals here, confident kids who want to continue in what they are doing. And I'm amazed at the clarity of thought that they have in terms of what they want to do, what they want to achieve. Absolutely wonderful. And so I think dream big is, and like you said, everybody needs to have a dream, everybody needs to have a vision, everybody needs to have a purpose. And once you have that purpose, then life is smooth sailing, and you are completely motivated to go and deliver what you want to achieve. So all of you superstars who are Chavik, Khyati, Dakshika and Kalina, I think very impressed with what you have done, very impressed with your thoughts. And I'm also motivated now to start learning illustrations from Sheetal. I think we can come up with the next book. So, and I'm sure you must be also a role model to all your friends who will be watching your program and who will take inspiration from you in terms of dreaming big, in terms of seeing how you can dream and you can achieve it. You work on it, and obviously you will achieve what you want to do. So. Looking forward to this book.
Actually, Vidya, I just wanted to say one more thing to Sheetal and to the children, that it is Sri Vidya who has compiled all your stories into one, document.
Oh,
so
wow.
she did the most challenging part of this book of getting all the images of all the children, fitting the images and the stories together and compiling the whole book, which she took, I think, probably 3 weeks or so. Then we sent it back to Sheetal and the children. They said, no, it's all wrong.
Yeah. So
then we had to redo the whole thing, and really thanks to Sri Vidya for her amazing patience. And yeah, of course, the journey has not been easy. I think over the 4 months for the children to do the illustrations, then for us to put it all together. I remember once Sheetal was asking me, is this book even going to come out?
Yeah, I can imagine, because but it is truly amazing that despite all these challenges, we have been able to put the book together, and it looks wonderful with the the illustrations and with the entire design. I think it's a very, very good book that's going to get launched. Of course, I think without challenges, you will never be able to enjoy the sweet fruit, right? The result of your effort. So that's part of the game, and I think really amazing to all of you. And I think it's been a very good journey. It's been a very good outcome more than anything else. And all of you, very, very proud to be associated with all of you, to know that how you all are following your dream and making it happen. And this is going to be a true role model for all your friends and all those people who are watching this program and who are going to be reading the book, to see how children have contributed so effectively to this success of this book. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Sheetal, and wonderful job, children, for this, brilliant work. Share it with everybody whom you know.
Thank you, Sheetal ma'am, for guiding me through the journey of illustration step by step, and thank you, EBC, for giving me this opportunity.
Most welcome.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you, Chavik, Khyati, Dakshika, Kalina, and Pratibha.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.